Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Friday, June 14th, 2024. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the bigger picture, work our way into the day itself. Just a reminder that it was over a month ago that we settled above the descending flag at the top of a move, an all-time high actually, that set up a target for the newly formed rising channel top that was formed in part by the April low. And so, we've spent a fair amount of time on this formation, testing it, falling away very slightly. And then it was Wednesday of this week that we gapped above it, rallied to new highs. The same can be said for Thursday. And so here we are. For the day itself, I still have 129.87. That is kind of a Fibonacci swing count to the upside. If we happen to push through 129.87, I'm talking the day now, this 135.65 formation in reach, where we can place a daily high. But I do want to get back to the big picture for just a moment, and that is to say that if we settle today, the week itself, above the same formation on the weekly chart that is at 122.85, we should, this could be a 3 to 4 week move, reach into the 156.57. This is nothing more than a full channel extension. It's a great targeting mechanism, but it is resistance, but it's not significant long-term resistance. This thing can continue moving onward and upward in the months ahead. Now, I see no clear likelihood for that, so we're kind of taking it one step at a time, but the next step right now is 156.57 longer term. Now, I'd already mentioned this channel top at 135.65, holding above 123.58, this long-term channel top on the daily chart that we find on the weekly chart at 122.85, will keep, and this is kind of the bigger picture, 135.65 in reach as a 3 to 5 day objective. That has been a 3 to 5 day objective since Wednesday's close above the long-term channel top. We might see 135.65 today if we push, especially if we open above 129.87, an intraday resistance level, below which we could ease back. How far south could we ease back? I don't expect to see 123.58 today, but it is obviously possible. But pushing through or opening above 129.87, 135.65 in reach, where we can place a daily high. The 1 to 2 week target is still at 140.68. And so if we close today above 135.65, we're probably just a day or two away from reaching 140.68. And this is nothing more than a 3-week channel top that can absorb weekly buying pressures, as you can see here to the upper right. So holding above 123.58, maintains a 1 to 2 week target at 140.68, and really like a 3 to 5 week target at 156.54. And of course, if we were to close over the next week or so above the 140.68 formation, we're just another week or two away from reaching our next objective at 156.54. So if there's no good reason to be short NVIDIA today or really through July, anticipating the mid 150s. Now, you aggressive 3 to 5 day swing traders, day traders anyway, may have a go at 135.65, or maybe you'll wait for 140.68. I'm talking more about taking profits on a previously existing long position rather than playing the short side. But I really don't want to interfere with your style. You may be an experienced swing trader, and these points here, 135.65 and 140.68, are your near-term tradable resistance levels. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. And if we push through or open above 129.87 today, 135.65 in reach today. Let's talk downside, that if this market sells off today and falls back to 123.58, we also have a near-term 2 to 3 week channel bottom at 122.15. So in terms of a downward pivot point into next week, that would come with a settlement. Now, certainly closing below 123.58, that is a sign in and of itself. But for technical clarity and reliability, I would wait for a settlement below 122.15 before either A, exiting a long position that is short-term in nature, near-term in nature, or B, actually playing the short side as we move into next week. But I would only anticipate with a settlement below 122.15, the 114.53. This is really kind of almost a 2-month channel bottom now at 114.53. And The momentum following that April low does remain intact above 114.53. So closing below 122.15, 114.53 likely within just a few days where we could bottom out through next week and from here round back up perhaps to new highs. But I must say that the failure to close the week today above 122.85, and that's one example. That would also obviously involve a daily settlement back below the same structure on the daily chart at 123.58. I think some of the longer term position traders will begin to sense a possible blowout high where this market could fall, substantially over the next month or two back into the mid 90s and climbing. But if you wanted to follow the more reliable approach by violating support, that would be 122.15, then expecting 114.53, and then finally below 114.53, I think we have a clear 2 to 3 week shot for 94.42. But I will say it again, I do think that there is a case to be made, and this comes down to how you like to trade and your positions and such, that if we settle today below 123.58 and the weekly chart at 122.85, you could, and I have no qualms with this, begin to position yourself for a, let's just call it an upper 90s, low 100s, 1 to 2 month objective that becomes more like 2 to 3 weeks below 114.53. And that could mean merely reaching for 95 or 100 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least 4 months. But that is not likely to happen. I'm just kind of painting a bearish scenario and kind of giving you the heads up in terms of the actions that can be taken following those events. Right now, it is all systems go to the upside. We do have these tests on the way up, and that's inevitable. Channel resistance 135.65 and 140.68. But just letting you know that assuming we close above 123.58 today, 156.54 is likely by the end of July. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. Those 2 stock picks we put out every week, daily SPY, daily triple Q analysis. You should know, if you're still listening, I hope you are, the triple Q is testing significant long-term resistance right now. It reached an objective we've been waiting for weeks, and it is testing it now. So the triple Q, the tech sector, if you will, is susceptible now to a meaningful bearish rotation as we move into July. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's NVIDIA report. And you have a great weekend.